Hey guys, welcome to Elli-May Smoked Barbecue. Today we're going to be doing a couple of pork tenderloins on the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco drum smoker. Now these are tenderloins, not the more popular, more common pork loins that you find. The pork loin is a lot bigger in circumference, and it actually can be found along the spine of the animal. Now, what I've already done with these is taken some of the silver skin off. Typically you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I've done them both ways, but this had just a little bit too much for my liking, so I pulled it off. But what we're going to do is inject, and then we're going to season them up, and then we're going to smoke them on the smoker using some cherry wood, and we'll run the smoker about 250 degrees. And it'll probably take about an hour or so, and then we're looking for a final temperature of 140-ish, 145 degrees. So we'll probably around 130 glaze them. Today, we're just going to be using not our world famous, but world famous Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Typically we make our own sauce, but we do not have any currently on the shelf, so we're going to use this. And full transparency, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Sweet Baby Ray's, so there's no sponsorship fees or anything involved. I just really like this barbecue sauce. So we'll probably, when we get around 130 degrees, glaze these and let the glaze caramelize a little bit. Probably last 15 minutes or so to cook. So the first thing we want to do is inject these things, and we're just using traditional apple juice to inject them. And then we'll put the rub on. The rub we're using today is our traditional rub that we use on our ribs and our pork butts. So, and I'll put the recipe in the description below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get our injector loaded. Now this is no fancy injector. This is probably one from Walmart or somewhere like that, Target or whatever. But no real method, just poke it in. Now you do want to be careful to not go too deep, because you can go through this meat because it's pretty thin. But you can see, you probably can't see in the video, but when you start to put the injection into the meat, it kind of swells a little bit, and it's kind of what you're looking for. Like I said, nothing fancy, just to give it some moisture as it cooks. And then we'll get it seasoned up. Whoop, a little squirter there. Like I said, nothing fancy, just get the injection into the meat. And in doing these, you really want to pay attention to the smoker and watch the temperature, because these things can go south in a real hurry, because they're very lean, so you definitely don't want to overcook them. Not near the forgiveness as a pork butt. So like I said, we're going to hit this with our rib rub, and then again I'll put the recipe in the description below. So here we go. Nice liberal coat, and as always you just want to make sure the whole piece of meat's covered, all sides. And we let this meat set at room temperature for about 25 minutes before we started doing anything to it. So, and that'll help even out the cooking as well when it's on the drum smoker. So there you have it. Really simple, and these things will be awesome once they're done. It'll be nice and juicy if you do it right. So there we have it. So we'll let this sit here just for a few more minutes while the smoker heats up, and then like I said, kind of made up a mess here, so my wife's probably going to kill me when this is done, but won't be the first time. So anyway, so we're going to use cherry wood today, like I said, and then we're going to roll the temp to about 250 for probably about an hour, and looking for an internal temperature, final temperature of around 145 degrees. So that's about it for now. We're gonna get these things on the smoker here in a minute, and after about 30 minutes or so, we'll check on it, and then we will bring you back when we do that, and then see where we're at. So stay tuned. All right, guys, there you go. About 30 minutes into the cook, we're at about, I don't know, 112 degrees or so. These things are starting to look really good. So what we're going to do now is get this lid closed so a lot of this heat doesn't escape, and then we're going to go whip up our glaze, and then come back out here in about 10 minutes and get some glaze on it, let it caramelize, and we'll bring you back when we bring them inside. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're back, and here it is, the final product. Took roughly 60 minutes to get it to this point. We're looking at about 140 degrees internal temperature. No, actually it's around 145. I lied. We pulled it off at 140. It's sitting at 145 now. So we've already put the glaze on it, let the glaze caramelize. So now what we want to do is just cut into it and see where we're at and what kind of job we did. So without further ado, let's get to whacking. Oh my goodness. That knife just glides right through it like a stick of butter. Oh man, look at that juice just pouring out of there. What do we got going on here? Look at that. Juice just roaring. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, let's go ahead and just get us a little piece. Look at that, effortless. My goodness, I cannot wait to dig into this bad boy. Man, there's so much juice in there. It's insane. All right, here we go. Now, if I don't stab myself with the knife. Oh my God. That just melts in your mouth. Almost like eating butter. Mmm. That is fantastic. That rub is awesome. Absolutely my favorite rub. And it's just the right amount of sweet, followed by just the right amount of kick. Very, very good. Wow. These came out really, really nice. I don't know that my wife's going to be able to eat both of these, so I'm probably going to have to help her. So I'll probably take half of one and give her the other 1.5. So there you have it. You know, 2 pork tenderloins. These things probably weigh roughly a pound and a quarter a piece. Just to kind of recap, we injected it with some apple juice, threw them on the Oklahoma Joe's drum smoker using Royal Oak lump coal with some cherry wood. After about 30 minutes, we checked on it, see where we're at. Once the internal temperature hit around 130, we went ahead and put the glaze on it, which, as I said earlier, is just Sweet Baby Ray's in this case. Pulled it off about 140, let it rest for a little bit, 20 minutes or so, got to 145 degrees. So there you have it. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Juicy Lucy, my goodness. Cannot wait to cut into these. So just remember to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give this bad boy a big thumbs up, because you do not want to miss any more of these scrumptious videos. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. We are going to sit down and definitely enjoy these pork tenderloins. So until next time, everybody be safe. Take care. See you soon.